Okay, Alan, so you got a toe edge and a heel edge on the board. The toe edge is where our toes, are strapped in. Heels where the heels are. When you're going down the hill, the first thing you want to learn is how to side slip or stop on those edges. So I'm facing downhill right now, okay? If I want to go forward, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down on my toes a little bit, but not enough to dig in. They're just pressed down a little. And then I'm slowly going forward. The flatter my feet are, the faster I go forward. But if my toes go too far deep, then I'll catch it in snow like that. So you want to make sure they're still up a little bit. You're balancing on your heels. So the key to this is to keep both toes up and even, right? So when you're side slipping, my weight is distributed evenly on both feet. Both toes are equally at the same height for me to continue going down straight. If I want to go a different direction, I just push a little bit harder on that toe and I start to turn. And then I'll lift that toe back up and I'll come to a stop. So if I really lift them up, they'll come to a stop. And then just the opposite. If I want to go the opposite direction, I push down on that toe, it starts to go that direction, and then I lift up. So in order for you to start turning, there's a couple different things that you need to do. First is the heel, figuring out both directions, and then is the toe side where you turn around, and I'm side slipping on my toe side edge now. So here's my toes, it's my heels this time that are pushed down a little bit. And if I want to come to a stop, I just pick them up more, really balance on my toes. Then I let them back down. And it's the same thing, keep it even on both feet. Because if you don't keep it even on both feet, then, you'll catch or something like that. Figuring out how to stop, lifting up both of those toes, right? And then you're able to get the direction where you push down on one foot and go that direction. Then what you want to start doing is you want to start making a turn. In order to do this, it takes a couple different things. The first thing is a twist in the board. So my front toe goes down while my back toe stays up. And what that does is it creates torsional flex in the board. And then it also messes with the edges. So if I look at that again, right? I'm on my heels, I'm going left. I push down on my front toe hard, my back toe's up. Now my front edge is digging in. Now all I do is I lean forward and I'm on my new edge. Now just the opposite when you're on your toe side. You're coming across, my heels are in the air, I'm looking where I'm going. If I want to go to my heel side edge, I'm going to lift up on my front toe. As soon as it starts to make that turn, both of my toes come up and I'm leaning back onto my heels. Okay, so if you look at my snowboard, I don't know if this is working or not. If you look at my board, when I go to my toe, my front toe goes down, and then my back toe. Then I lift up on my front foot, and then up on my back. And at the same time, as soon as each edge is engaged, that's when I shift my weight to the new edge. And here's a couple tips when you're snowboarding. You always want to keep your knees bent. When you're riding on groomed terrain like this, you want to keep your weight even. If not, when you start to turn, you want to keep your weight even, but then when you start to turn, you want to have your weight a little bit more on the front foot. So I would say about like 60%, maybe even 70% at sometimes, weight on the front foot as you initiate these turns. Another thing is you always want to keep your eyes up. A lot of people start to bend over, and then what that does is that forces their weight to be over their toes. You don't want that to happen. You want to keep your torso up.